Have you ever felt time shame? Well, if you're an adult woman with responsibilities, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Time shame can totally stall us out while we're working on our fitness goals. So today I want to share 6 tips to help you manage it. Welcome to my channel. I'm Tammy from liftingmyspirits.com, and I create resources for women over 40 who are trying to get in the best shape of their lives, even if they are hecka busy. Time shame is feeling bad about taking care of yourself and putting yourself ahead of whatever else it is you feel like you should be doing, or maybe you're just not feeling like you're really productive all the time, and there's a little bit of shame involved with that. It's not uncommon for women to feel a little selfish for the time that they spend on their own well-being instead of doing something for family, for friends, or for their job responsibilities. For some, being at the gym causes some guilt because there's too much to do around the house. And that time that they're not investing at home feels like time that they're taking away from their family. Sometimes the shamer is someone else. It could be family. A lot of times it's a boss. You know, people who may feel like they can question your priorities based on how you spend your time. But usually it's us doing it to ourselves. So what happens when you have this negative self-talk about where you should be spending your time and time shaming yourself? Well, some people just try to do it all. They overwork and they end up getting burnt out. Other people just feel overwhelmed and then they avoid the whole thing. So this is when we may end up binge watching Downton Abbey and eating too much ice cream. And then we shame ourselves for not sticking with the program. We shame ourselves for not being able to do it all. So why not eat just more ice cream? Because we already blew it, right? Tip 1, ignore everything that says never skip a Monday. Look, it doesn't matter if you work out on a Monday or not. Sometimes Mondays are really busy and you'll need to reschedule things. And I want to remind you that your fitness success doesn't have anything to do with which day of the week that you get things done on. Your fitness success depends on what you mostly do. Set time boundaries for your day, and you have to follow those boundaries too. So you're setting boundaries for other people, but you are the one that has to enforce those boundaries. There's time for work, there's time for home, there's time for fitness, there's time for rest. And I know it's hard to juggle all of these things, and so you're going to drop balls every once in a while. But in order to make time for yourself, it's important that you set those boundaries and that you do what you can to keep those boundaries. It's important to have this mindset that what you're doing with your well-being and your health is so that you can stay around longer to be around all these people who you care about and you love. Maybe not your boss so much. You're going to be a better you if you're taking care of yourself and not letting yourself get run ragged. Flip your script on the should be talk. So if you're at the gym and you're thinking you really should be at home doing laundry, you're the one who stops that thought. You're at the gym, focus on the gym, that's where you're at. That's you honoring your own boundaries. Your self-care is not low priority. What you're doing for your well-being, for your fitness and your health is not a waste of time. And it doesn't even matter how slow your progress is going. So if somebody's questioning whether or not you're wasting time with what you're doing because you're not dropping dress sizes, that's unreasonable. And that's kind of mean. And it's also not a temporary thing. This is like housework. You're going to need to take care of yourself and take care of your health for the rest of your life. Just put it on the list like laundry and dishes and vacuuming. It is just something that is never finished. You don't have to earn your rest. If you're feeling burnt out and you're feeling overwhelmed and you need to take a break, then you take a break. So don't feel guilty about not going to the gym. If when it's time to recharge, that needs to happen. If the day is crazy and you're just not going to make it to the gym, so what? That's fine. Don't guilt yourself about not being like the best gym person. You're not letting anybody down. You're not even letting yourself down. You're prioritizing and you're managing your day the best you can. Just reschedule it and go do it another day. And some of you are probably thinking right now, but that's the thing, I just never go and do it. Then you are letting yourself down. If you have to reschedule, it's up to you to follow through. You go to work the next day even if you don't feel like it, right? time around food prep can be an issue as well. So don't follow a restrictive diet that doesn't allow for you to be able to prepare meals for yourself and prepare meals for your family if you are doing that. In fact, I don't think you should follow a restrictive diet at all that is making your life miserable because it's got food on there that you don't like and you can't eat your favorite foods. It's just going to cause more stress. It's going to cause more shame, especially if you're spending a ton of time doing all this food prep for something that you don't really want to eat. The eating plan that you can follow is going to be a lot more effective than the perfect plan on a piece of paper. As long as we're talking about food, if you'd like to learn about the 2 things you need to track in order to be able to lose fat and build muscle, watch this video next.